Welcome to the real journey of the entrepreneur. The journey of any entrepreneur begins with a decision, then writing down your vision, then the execution of that vision. It is not for the faint of heart. It is for those who understand how powerful your mind is and that you can truly create the life that you deserve. It does require a unique formula that includes belief in yourself, a lot of consistency, connecting with an OG, a lot of tears, missing out on a few events and things, and taking a whole lot of risks that will allow you to see your vision and dream come to pass. This journey of the entrepreneur is from the perspective of a wonderful mother, a business owner, whose goal is to break generational barriers and normalize the process of wealth building and financial wellness through entrepreneurship, all while creating a social and give back along the way. I am sharing this journey with you and invite you to share this process with me. Let's do this together. It's my own, but you have to feel comfortable to own it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? I will always support you.
Thank you.
Well, hey there, good people, beautiful people. I hope that you are doing wonderful, amazing, that you're feeling full within your soul today. Guess what? We are back with another episode of the real journey of entrepreneurship. I am so excited to welcome courageous entrepreneurs who want to share their truth, their experience as they are currently living it in their journey. My name is Anita Pearson. I am the founder and CEO of 11375. We inspire organizations to really become their best, to realize their full potential through our coaching and consulting services. Our team ensures that when you come and you work with us, that we are inviting you to be your best self so that you can connect your work with social impact. But I want to tell you that I have the opportunity to be able to interview a dynamic, really thoughtful human in a space where I now became really familiar about murals, but not just murals and what that really looks like, but really understanding what that looks like as a business. I had really no clue until I met my next guest, Celicia. Celicia and I had the opportunity to participate in a very intense business accelerator through the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program. And I have to tell you that, number one, our cohort is the best. I will continue to say that cohort XL, cohort 40. We're going to make deep waves. So stay tuned as to some of the work that we are going to be engaging in. But also, our focus is really a bit of intentional. And so when I looked at Celicia's work through authentic Heartwork, it's one that I had to dive in. And when she agreed to be on the show, I said, yay. So let me just bring Celicia on because clearly, the person, the author, usually tells their stories the best. So hey, Celicia, how are you?
Hey, what's up, Anita? Thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks for joining. It is so good to see you
Yes.
virtually. And before we really jump into all the meat of the conversation, tell us a little bit about, what you do, how you began your business, and really transforming the art world into a business. What does that look like for you in your startup?
Do you have 10 years?
Yep.
10 years of grinding and struggling and peaceful moments and joyful moments, blissful moments, everything all mixed into 10 years. That's what I got for you. We started from the bottom and we are getting there. So it's been a journey. We started as a paint party company originally.
Really? Okay. So do tell, how did that transition into the work that you are engaged in now?
So I decided that I did not want to work in corporate anymore. So started bartending and saving my tip money and my tax returns and all that good stuff. And I decided to form an LLC. And through forming that LLC, I had the ability to market myself and charge a certain amount of money as opposed to what I was charging as an individual. Right. So through paint parties as authentic Heartwork, I was able to raise enough capital to take my business to the next level. Yeah. So I have been taking that journey for 10 years, and over the past 3 years, the mural sector of my business has taken on its own life.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna just go back just slightly. Um, because it seems that first you just you made a decision that you did not want to work in a corporate environment, that part, right? But
Mhm.
then you found another thing that allowed you to help you to fund your dream, right? An aspect of bartending, then hosting the paint parties. Um, but I like the fact that you shared like a very specific journey, your 10-year overnight success, that you are saying that these are the steps that you could potentially take if you want to be in this space, that it does take hard work, it does take dedication and consistency, but it also takes refining your craft. So you transition from doing the paint parties, now doing the murals. How do you do that? Like, what does that, at a deeper level, what does that look like for you in your business?
Well, when I get to other people, which is essentially what drives my art. Doing murals is a little different because I get to see the reaction people have to my work without knowing me.
Mm. Okay. So why did you go into the mural, like the to grow your business from the aspect of doing the paint parties to the murals? That wasn't just like you didn't start doing that. Why did you start to do the murals?
I had some very good people in my life that helped to push me,
Mm.
and they encouraged me to get my business certified. And I think that's what really was the game changer for me. I'm now double, almost triple, about to be quadruple certified. And I did all the hard paperwork, and I pushed myself, and I pushed myself, and I pushed myself, and other people pushed me. And it was a daily battle, but consistency was in discipline. I
Mhm.
struggle with, but the struggle doesn't stop unless you stop.
Mm, I
And
like that.
the struggle is necessary for you to know that you are on the right path, because if it was easy, everyone would do it, right?
I think I don't know.
Maybe not. Maybe.
Nah.
maybe.
Maybe not. Um, Yeah, that is such a true statement about, the process of, being pushed. Like, so you had some people really supporting you. Now, when you mention the certifications, are you talking about the government contract certifications? What do you mean by certifications?
So the MWBE certification, I just realized that you can get it from multiple agencies.
Mhm.
So I've started to, look into that. So after I got my first certification through Portal Authority, I went on to get the certification from SBS. And what this does is it opens up different avenues for you to be a part of different vendor systems where you can get opportunities from the government. And I think also the biggest game changer for me was becoming a Department of Education vendor and creating a curriculum that works and is impactful within the communities, especially with the children and subsequently the teachers, believe it or not, which is a nice overflow of abundance for me to see them being impacted.
So I think most of you know that I'm in this space. Part of my business model is that I am a certified MWBE with New York State, New York City, and New York, New Jersey Port Authority. And I too, when I began my certification, that took my business from making $25,000 to just almost saying blowing up from my perspective, right? Because even though working with the government does have its challenges, just like anything. Once you understand, to Celicia's point, how you are able to navigate based upon your capabilities, you can really do well and have consistency within that space, working with a number of different agencies within the city, state, and at the federal level as well. So when you are, thinking about how you can add a revenue stream to your business, don't overlook it, because there are specific set asides that are for MWBEs, those who are certified, and then you can still, conduct business with these agencies as well. So I don't want to, overlook that. I'm really happy to know that you have and are working with a number of different agencies that can help you to grow your business.
Yes. And the New York State certification, which was very, very difficult to attain, has also been one of my most recent accomplishments. I haven't tapped into that market yet, but I do understand that there's so much opportunity there as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's a great way to, again, just if you're looking to expand your business, get into a new market that I say has worked. And I know that if you work the process, just like anything, it will have to respond to your efforts by working. um,
Indeed.
I want to ask you about, as a business owner, how do you define, or how do you leverage working with other small businesses or other business owners?
It's my favorite thing to do. I enjoy collaborating with other like minded individuals. I like to say like minded and like
Mm,
hearted. Um, you know, I tend to go into my business opportunities with my heart.
mm.
And I really enjoy working with other people who feel the same way, that are passionate about what they do.
So how do you find them? Because, throughout the process of being an entrepreneur, one of the things that I recognize is that you really have to vet energies. That's what I call it. Vet energies, meaning,
Mm,
we gut check, you
mm,
know, or sometimes our gut may not get it immediately, but, how do you find individuals who really are like minded and not really wanting to compete with
mhm, mm, mhm, mhm. They find me, we find each other. And I think it's like a part of the divine assignment, right? People are put on each other's path for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And it's not always rainbows and flowers and glitter and fairies. People change. You could start a partnership with someone and time goes on and they start to envy you,
you.
and they feel like they can do what you can do. You have to also be able to allow those collaborations to fade if they need to, right? And not become bitter, but become better, right? Which is
Mm.
the hardest part, because you just want to, like just, but you can't, because the higher purpose calls for you to continue to collaborate.
I remember during our class that you and also the infamous Jay um provided me with a love note. I actually put it up and it's near my bedroom. One of the things that I thought was really um it was so good for me that day because I was having a really hard day. And I don't think you both understood how that little love note and underneath your name, I don't know who wrote it, but underneath your name you put a heart. And so I treasured that primarily because sometimes when you're in spaces and you're attempting to figure out next business opportunity or whatever it is, and someone pops in at the right time to do something that kind of makes your day. It makes me more connected that way because I felt that you both were using a human approach. Sending me love notes during class. It was great. So, how do you like from your perspective? Yes, you did mention that it was, on our divine path. Is that what you primarily lead with when I'm talking about energies and really like thinking about um, human needs in business?
I try to.
Try.
Yeah, sometimes my head and my heart, they have their own battle, but we talk through it. It's not easy, Anita. And every day, I'm an artist, so I'm
Mm,
sensitive about my ish, right? So there are times where I feel like, yeah, I'm superwoman. I could do this whole mural in 3 days, right?
mm,
And I realize it's going to take me 12 days,
mm,
be 14. And I realized when you're able to give other people opportunities to shine as well, it it creates more momentum
mm,
and an easier flow. Not that I'm looking for easy all the time, but sometimes challenges get a little overbearing. You want a little break, right? So people who share that community and that space and that passion, it's like a cake. You got to have the recipe and it has to be made with love, right? So when I go and I visit my old murals that were collaborative efforts, I'm able to feel it. I know that was a great memory that was created and it's a legacy. And, even when we pass on, people could go to our murals and feel our spirits and sit with it and, see, oh, look, she did make a mistake there, but she fixed it. Oh, I can see how she did that twirl. It's that inspiration that you leave behind that I think it lives on. That's really what we're here for.
mm. So, regarding your projects, how do they select you or do you select it?
Natural selection, kind of. I mean, I a little bit of both. You know, it's a hybrid model. Listen, I haven't figured it out fully yet,
Mhm,
and it kind of figures itself out for me.
mhm,
I just show up,
mm,
and I feel like that. Not to be overly religious or anything, but this is actually ordained by God. So I know
mhm.
that I try to walk in spirit. Whenever I feel confused, I stop and I wait for the download, I call it. Um, Sometimes my ego is like, no, but you have to go now. You need a check. And
Yeah,
spirit's like, hold on a minute.
right.
And then in that patience, but it's like a divine unity, right? It's almost like, how do I say this? It's almost like I'm on this frequency now
Mhm,
and it just gets easier every time. Even when it's hard, it gets easier. It's hard to explain, but just trusting and knowing that what was that Bible passage? It says something is better than sacrifice. Obedience
better than sacrifice.
than sacrifice. And it means so much to me more now in my 40s as a mom than it did when I was younger in my 20s.
Mm. So, let's pivot on that part. So, first of all, I love that you said that you are in your 40s, which my gosh, the camera is not doing you enough justice because when you see Celicia in person, you would think she was a teenager, like for real, like
Like,
for real. She's gorgeous, like yeah. Um, and she's a mom. So how do you manage motherhood, being in business, making decisions? Like, what does that look like for you in this space?
kids always come first.
Mm,
That's rule number one.
that part.
I don't care what I'm doing, I'm answering my phone. If I'm in the middle of a meeting with the President of the United States, I'm answering my phone for my son.
Mm.
I have 3 boys. Couldn't get a save my life. But God knows best. If I would be good with a girl. Yeah,
Mm,
3 boys. And yeah, motherhood looks like me constantly trying to leave a legacy for them. Me constantly trying to get them to be a part of this empire I think I'm building. I'm trying to build, right?
mhm,
And them saying, no, I want to be an electrician.
mm,
No, I want to be HVAC. No, I just don't want to do what you're doing. Leave me alone. I'm not interested.
mm.
And then being heartbroken by that, but still knowing that through their phases as they get older, maybe I'm laying out a foundation for them to have something to fall back on when or if other things don't work out.
So you prioritize family over, that's your jam, that's your thing. Are there any times when you are feeling the pressure to do business and meet the needs that you may have to generate revenue in your business as a mom and in this space?
Well, if I'm being completely honest, I'm not supposed to be here right now. I'm supposed to be in Massachusetts painting, but I've been prepping for 3 days because I don't want to leave my family. So I delay. I mean, thankfully, I have the freedom to do that,
Mm,
but I can't abuse it either.
right.
So, like, pulling myself away from my family, I go through, okay, wait, I have to do laundry first.
Mm.
Let me make sure you have enough food. Let me go to the supermarket. It's like I'm planning for a hurricane. Yeah. And I clean because I'm like, oh yeah, in my head I'm coming back to a nice clean house. No, 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 no. Things don't go as planned, but I feel good knowing, okay, it took me 3 days. I planned everything and okay, I could go away for 3 days and not feel so bad. I mean, I call every 5 minutes, but that's normal, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard. But once I pick up the paintbrush and me and my best friend here, we do our thing. 24 hours feels like 5 minutes.
Mm. Wow. Wow. So that so is that a way for you because I feel like you are in full creative zone, right? You have like you're utilizing your full creative zone. As a mom, business owner, you're doing things with your hands. Um, is that a way that you overall like relax, meditate? Is that like your meditative state through the art?
That's a great question. I think it started as me avoiding my trauma, not
Mm,
wanting those conversations and inner thoughts all the time, and just to be productive and do something that's impactful that caused me to be busy with my passion. But now it's evolved into something different. I don't have the words yet. I'm learning to ease into this new frequency, I guess.
mhm.
So I don't know. It's transition. It's definitely evolving for sure. But that's where it started. It was my therapy. It really was.
That's so cool. I know for me, I'm an adult dog collector, and I didn't recognize that
Mhm.
that was a thing for me until we were in COVID and had nothing else. We had things to do, but we didn't really think we had other things to do. So my daughter, at that time, she became interested in Barbies. And so, I hadn't touched a Barbie in God knows how long. And I wind up going back to the store,
Mm.
the ones that were open at the time, to discover that they have now dolls that were reflective of us as black and brown, beautiful beings. And I was fascinated. Wound up buying a few. Um, the doll houses, in my opinion, are too expensive,
Mhm.
but we wound up buying some on, secondhand, and it works perfectly. But
Wow.
then I realized that I like to craft, and I didn't know that until she started asking for, "Oh, the dog gotta have a baby," and I'm like, "What?" In my head, I'm like, "Why?" But she's mirroring her real life,
I realize.
baby, family, marriage. So I remember creating a wedding ceremony. It's a whole, built it out of cardboard, and
Ah.
it was something that I was like, "Oh, I really like this." But I remember as a kid, I used to make things out of glue. And it
Mm.
kind of full circle, like, came back, and I was like, "I love this stuff. Thank you, kid, like, for, inspiring that." So I now make time to craft, and
Listen,
it's a thing.
that is everything. Isn't that great? That's you honoring your inner 7-year-old.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I
that's and it's funny you said that because when I look back at my prep school report cards, I was an A art student.
mm,
And then I forgot. I forgot to serve that inner child in me. And I mean, it's just been everything that I've always needed and I didn't even know.
didn't even know. And I
I'm glad.
continue to do it. I'm so glad to hear that, that you um are honoring that and healing that person that you were as a kid. I think that it comes full circle for me, and I love probably way more than my daughter now. 'Cause
I have to see pictures, please.
I'm gonna send you some. Um, so on this business front, if someone wanted to start, follow your footsteps, what is some advice that you can offer them? Like, should they do it? Should they not do it? Should they follow their heart? Like, do
Mm.
tell.
Again, game changer. If you're going to do it right. Certified. Get your certifications. Become a vendor. Get added to lists so that you can be chased and you don't have to chase, right? People could come to you instead of you having to look for business. Um, if you're not a people person, you definitely need to have someone who is a people person that can network on your behalf because networking is everything. Meeting people, nurturing relationships, identifying when you have challenges that you need to work through is also important. So having a team of advisors, OGs, right? That you could go check in with so you don't have to always reinvent the wheel.
Mm, that part.
Yeah, there's help out there. Talk to people.
So, my dear Celicia, we are at the end of our interview. I know you don't want to leave me, but
No.
I am going to ask you some rapid questions because, my curiosity is just me really being nosy. All right, you found me out. I'm nosy. I want to know. So,
Talk to me. Okay.
tell me what your favorite is. Do you prefer heels or sneakers?
Sneakers, Jordans, Uptowns.
I can't. I don't. I can't.
Uggs too.
It's, she's
Crocs, never Crocs. If you see me in Crocs, send help.
wow.
Sorry, no offense, guys, but I
That's
just
a
can't.
good. That is a good thing. I be crocking it up these days because I gotta catch up with my kid. And she tells me that I need to be in fashion with the Crocs.
No, that is not. I'm gonna have to have a talk with her.
Yeah, I mean, I have heels, but that's a sidebar. She just anyway. Do you prefer pizza or burgers?
Burger.
Smoothie or ice cream?
Right.
In 3 years, what will change within the space that you are serving? And that's not one word.
Impact.
Mm, you said that with your chest. And
Mhm. Impact. No. Seriously. Because of the collaboration, some of which you know about,
mhm,
those are moving along very nicely.
I'm so happy to hear that.
Gonna change the game forever.
So I am going to ask one final question. So we both were, as I mentioned, Celicia and I were in the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program. And I want to hear, how do you feel like after you have gone through the 14 weeks of not knowing in the beginning to now knowing some of the things that we now are accountable for working on? What are your thoughts about it?
You know, Goldman Sachs reminded me who I am,
Mm,
and that's it.
that
That's
part.
about that. And the residual effect of the friendships that I've made from this opportunity, oh, it's priceless.
I got chills because I get it. I get it.
Yeah, truly priceless. So, how do I feel? I'm elated, I'm excited, I'm inspired, all of those things. Yeah,
And we're gonna make deep waves.
have to.
Deep, deep waves. So be on the lookout for more from Celicia and her team. Check out AuthenticHeartwork.com. Also on Instagram. Um, where else are you? You're on Instagram, and where else are you?
LinkedIn,
Then
Instagram, everything, all of the things.
you
Oh,
said you said all the things.
we're the same everywhere. Authentic Heartwork on YouTube.
See,
Yeah, and
so
all of the things.
and so if you're looking for amazing, amazing, you have to check out um, the work that Celicia and her team. First of all, check out the work on her back wall. Like how about that part?
Yeah.
It's that's deep waves in a space where you are consistently entering in, and it's so beautiful. I feel like I am on a beach somewhere. So if you think that's dope and amazing, and if you're looking for that type of work to be in your space, do not hesitate to check out AuthenticHeartwork.com and on all of the platforms. So, Celicia, I love you. Thank you for showing up today. I appreciate our conversation. I feel good after talking with you, and I remember my heart. Let's see if I get it right. Something. I still need. I still, I still need work. So thank you so much, my love. I appreciate you, and giving you virtual kisses so long.
Thank you.
You're
Talk to
welcome.
you.
Okay.
Bye.
So there you have it, AuthenticHeartwork.com. I just want to share some tips from Celicia. Do it right. Become a certified vendor within the city and state. Networking is everything. And, having a team of OGs, or as we known as original guardians, to help you in your space and on your journey. As we are entering into this space of entrepreneurship, you really are not meant to do this stuff alone. So Celicia was very clear, very open to share, parts of her journey. And remember, this is not an overnight success. It's 10 years in the making of being awesome. And this is just one chapter as to where she's going in the future. Really dope and amazing human. So I'm just going to drop AuthenticHeartwork.com. Check out on all the social media platforms. And I'm also going to share because, Celicia mentioned, that there are a number of places and, the ability to network in different spaces. So I always like to share, one entry point is through a number of chambers of commerce within 5 boroughs within the upstate market. These are specific to New York, but if you're in a state, please be sure to check out your chamber of commerce. You have Queens, Bronx, Staten Island, Manhattan, Brooklyn. You have the Black Chamber, you have the Hispanic Chamber, and there are so many resources that you can gain access through partnering and doing business with them. And of course, if you're looking to build relationship with 11375, we are here definitely to support you. We are on the platforms at 11375. Please do not hesitate to check us out because we are there and we do respond to direct messages and other spaces. Email, you can contact us the old school way, 718-691-8966. That is our business telephone, and happy to support you that way. So excited. We had Celicia here dropping some gems, and just wanted to have you know that we are really have you excited to join us. And stay tuned. Please do not hesitate to like, share, and follow us on 11375. And so long, folks. Stay tuned. Bye-bye. Welcome to 11375. My name is Anita Pierce, and I am your Chief Experience Officer. At 11375, we offer strategic alignment solutions specific to you and your business goals, and also connecting everything with social impact. So if you are looking for a really amazing organization where we help you to focus your strategy and connecting it with social impact, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. We are on all the social platforms, and you can contact us at 11375. This week I have been dealing with the role that I play as a leader, manager, business owner. And something that came up frequently, specifically this week, deals with the fact of how we treat the people that partner or choose to work with our business. And every day there is always a choice to uplift or a choice to bring down. And that choice is daily. Do I minimize the people that are helping to grow my vision, my dream, or do I provide a space where we are growing and developing together? It's not easy. Every day is a choice.